Welcome, my viewers, wherever you are. This is a very bright Tuesday that again we are meeting just as we promised. We will be delivering every Tuesday. This is a very new episode, a very new theme that will be talking about a lot of things concerning the job market, what are the requirements of the job market, and what are the benefits or what are the things that we're supposed to do as the job seekers so that we get the job, we maintain it, and also we become sustainable at the specific part of your place. So welcome again. If you have never subscribed to my channel, please, people are subscribing. Don't let yourself to be left behind, because this is a small beginning that God entrusted us with, and God expects us to do the maximum possible so that we can transform the nation to the best possible level we are thinking of and in accordance to his vision. So welcome again, my friends. For those who have subscribed, please always make sure that you are remaining in touch. You give out your comments, you give out your questions, you give out your views, so that together we can share each and every components we have. And as we develop, we really make sure that we are sharing and we are learning from each other. So today I want to talk about three main things that are needed for a person or for an individual to call himself ready for the market. Now, before that, I told you that this theme will be calling it Tuesday class versus job market. Tuesday, because on Tuesdays, these are the best days to make your applications. If you are trying to get job anywhere, please make sure you do it on a Tuesday, because for the Mondays, we normally give it a day to refresh yourself after the hangovers over the weekend. Then again, if you do it on a Friday or Thursday, to some extent, people have worked throughout the week and they are exhausted. So if you do your application, to some extent, the viewers or the reviewers of your applications, to some extent, they don't give a lot of attention onto it. Why? Because they are tired, their minds are completed, and they are looking forward for a weekend where they are going to relax, they are going to enjoy. So to some extent, they just be brushing off some of your details. They might miss a mark from your application. So the best time is either Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. This is the time where a lot of concentrations are being done at the workplace, so that even the managers, the interviewers, people are very serious with the duties, because it's just midweek where seriousness is needed. So that's why I said we can dub this topic a Tuesday class versus job market. Three things that you need, you, a graduate, or any other person. Remember, when you talk about work, it's not all about office work. It's not all about civil service. It's not all about private sectors, or maybe we talk about maybe the parastatals, even that small business, the retail shop you have somewhere, the kind of maybe salon you have somewhere, the kind of cosmetic ideas you have somewhere, that little thing you do, you call it work. You should discipline yourself, make sure that you follow the right procedures for you to get the better performance and the result you are requiring. So anything you do to make sure that at least is earning you something or keeping you busy, that is what we call work. What are the three things that you are supposed to look before you plunge yourself into the deep end of the job search or the job market? We have three things, and be with me until the end and you shall have achieved a lot. One is the skills. Number two, we'll be talking about the knowledge. Very important. Then the last one is the attitude. This last one surprises everybody. It's like a small component, but in real sense, this is what we need. Attitude makes it all. Attitude crowns everything. Attitude disciplines yourself. So even the skills, the knowledge, they are null and void without attitude. So we'll be looking at them briefly, so that at least by the end of the day, you shall have achieved something. So you, a graduate or a student, as you are learning, the trainer, as you are training, you person who is already in work, the best qualities you should empower yourself with are: number one, skill. What is skill? Skill can also be called a talent. You know, a talent is something you can do with ease. A talent that you can do with the shortest time possible to achieve the required result without stress, without overworking yourself, without being pushed, without being supervised in a very delicate situations. If you have a skill, you are able to manage that work that you are aiming to do. And once you have a skill in a related to a given field, you will be able to work with a lot of ease, and even work environment, work situation, and your performance will be really wanted. So this is why we normally call it a talent. Talent is the same as skill. Now, what is this talent or what is skill? This is the capacity to carry out the predetermined results. Predetermined is what we are thinking of, because so long as you have a skill and you don't put it into action, we will not get the result. So if it is a result that you are thinking of, we call it predetermined result. So if you have the capacity of doing that, we will define you as a skillful person. Then we can say that if you are able to do that specific predetermined result within a minimum duration possible and with minimum energy, with less supervision, with an ease, with a positivity in your mind, we will say that this person is skilled. So you see, it's not all about academic. It's not all about the level of education where you are. It's not all about the type of work you work. It's all about the ability to do that. We have two types of skills. We can have a domain skill, or we call it specific skill, whereby you are skilled in a given field. Then we can also have a general skill, knowledge. You have to also have skills like, for example, time management, leadership management, social ethics, how to be hygienic and all that. Those are general skills. All these things put together, they are needed at workplace. Two is knowledge. Knowledge is about information. You are aware of something that exists and within your mind. But remember, when you talk about knowledge as number two, this knowledge is according to what you have in your mind. But mark you, this knowledge can be challenged by the normal situation at the ground. So as you are getting knowledge within your mind, make sure that also the kind of job you are thinking of should be in line with the knowledge you know. At least know general things. And knowledge of the job, for the example, you want to be a doctor, medical doctor. Doctor, we have maybe surgery, we have maybe nurses, we have now clinicians and all those things. So in a specific field, at least have knowledge of a specific job that you want. Activities that take place in that job, the tasks that are required, the process that should be followed, the products that are needed, and then the services that are offered there. Generally, we have different types of knowledges, many types of knowledge in the field. We can be talking of social knowledge, we will talk of knowledge of the economy, knowledge of the environment, knowledge of the social ethics, knowledge of management, knowledge of leadership. At least make sure that you have knowledge in a specific field that you are looking for before you sit down and update that CV of yours. The perceptual knowledge, the domain knowledge, specific knowledge, knowledge of performance, knowledge of communication, knowledge of social ethics and all those things, and experimental knowledge also, and tactical knowledge, and very many types of knowledge. Number three, the last one, is about the attitude. Attitude helps us predict your discipline. The way you behave, the way you look at things, that one will make us prejudge you. No wonder we'll be talking about the interview. We'll be looking at the processes of preparation before attending the interview. One of the main way of preparing is to prepare your attitude. Attitude crowns it all, because your behavior is predicted by the attitude. But again, remember, your behavior itself will not show us the type of attitude you have, but the attitude you have can help us think about the behavior you have. Remember, most employers don't want misbehaviors. They want people who are positivity in mind, people who are focused, and people who are always positive in every task they are given. They are ready, they are easygoing. Those are the people we need as employers. So make sure that before you think of a job, make sure that it's a job that makes your attitude positive. Two main types of attitudes is either positive or negative. You either like it or you don't like it. You either behave well or behave badly. What is this bad kind of behaviors? It will depend with the requirements that are needed at work. Then we talk about the components of attitude, or the components of the behaviors. We can talk about cognitive attitude, we can talk about emotional attitude, and behavioral attitude. So the way you behave, the way you respond, the way you want to look at things, and the way you perceive things in mind will all crown your attitude. Good attitude attracts good employers. Bad attitudes, of course, attract bad employers. So in most time at that work, it will not be fair as usual. To you, everything will be pressurized. To you, everything will be good, null and void. And by the end of the day, you shall end up crowning things in a wrong way. So please make sure that you prepare yourself in these three components. You are good in skills, you are good in knowledge, you are good in attitude. If you have analyzed yourself and managed yourself in such kind of ways, you are ready to go and you are ready to get that job for better performance. See you next time. Make sure you enjoy and join me every Tuesday for such episodes. Next time we're talking about application of jobs and how to prepare our CV. Thank you.